What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full Dark Souls Pokemon team. This one is for Patreon. If you like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Table Jelly, this one is for you. Wobble Wobble. So I picked 6 Pokemon off that list. Just there was such a big amount of Pokemon to pick, so I just went, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Put them in a team. Now the question of today is, people, what game is your favorite? It can be any game at all. Obviously, we're going to disclude Pokemon games, but what is your favorite game of all time? If you don't have one, leave the games you think are the best in the comment section. I'd love to see if there's like a really overwhelming popular game. Of course, any theme teams are welcome too. And let's get into this video. Okay, so we have a battle on my Discord. This one was against Wolfram. So if you guys do want to join my Discord, that's in the description of the video. Anyone is welcome there. That's where I take all my battles. So we've got a scumbag pinch the lead using a double team. Somehow I land the heat wave, almost taking it out. So I thought, well, my chances are going to definitely diminish as it goes for a second double team. So I'm going to swap it out. I'm happy with it getting that damage, and I'm going to finish it off with my Noivern. So more on the Druddigon set later. This was a physical Noivern set. However, on the swap, we're going to have a Mega Pits here. So oh my goodness, what is this set going to be? So we got Mega Pizza. I was running a physical Noivern. Now, surprisingly, it's going to go for the rest. I was like, okay, so it's got double team and rest. So since it's a Mega and it doesn't have it can't hold like a Chester Berry, I was thinking straight away, okay, well, it's probably got Sleep Talk. It wouldn't really make sense otherwise. So it has to have Sleep Talk, and it's got one other attacking move. Anyway, so I thought this is a good opportunity to go for Hone Claws because I'm running a physical set for fun. On this set, I tried to make use of Hone Claws, as best as its moveset could possibly be. I've got Iron Tail there, to make up for the poor accuracy. I've got Dragon Claw for stab and acrobatics as well. I've got Frisk as the ability and Citrus Berry. Okay, so anyway, I thought this would be a good opportunity to go for some more Hone Claws. See if we can get an easy Friday video, Epic Noivern Sleep. Anyway, so getting an attack boost there, I think that's 2 now. The Scissor is going to be fast asleep and going for another Sleep Talk here. So on the Sleep Talk, it gets another double team, which is going to use. So it's got 2 double teams up. Now, all I had to do, right, was land 1 move against this. I thought, well, I'm going to go for another Hone Claws, because if I can get like a sweep with this thing, this would be super funny, especially against some a scummy double tone Pokemon. But anyway, it's got to wake up, and then it has Guillotine as the last move. I'm like, oh no, here we go. I'm going to get probably swept by this thing. Anyway, so I thought I'm going to take a super big risk here and go for another Hone Claws. I might be, it's high risk, high reward. The idea, the chance of them hitting like a 50% move is not it's not very high, so it misses again. So now I thought, well, I've got plus for an attack. That's enough. Let's go for the Dragon Claw and finish this off. And it actually lives that one. And then Guillotine hits and takes me out. Oh, rip the physical Noivern sweep, guys. I thought I had one there. That would have been hilarious. Anyway, so since it's a higher risk, high reward game, I swapped in another very risky Pokemon. So this was a Quick Claw Belly Drum Marowak. Now, making up for not holding the Thick Club, I'm going to be maximizing his attack to +6. So the idea of this set is that it's a max health, max attack set, and completely relying on the Quick Claw to go first and just smashing the opponent around. So upon getting that big damage from earlier, it's going to heal itself up, and it's going to go back to sleep again. So I thought, well, that's not too bad. Now, on this set, right, I've got Belly Drum, Boomerang, Rock Slide, and Knockoff. Anyway, the Mega Pincers is going to go first. The Quick Claw doesn't activate. It gets Guillotine, but thank goodness it misses, because that would have been so salty. I'm able to get my Rock Slide off against the Pincer. What did I just call that? Did I just call that Pisser? The Pincer goes down. Mega Pisser, guys. It's confirmed. Gen 69 leaks. So that one is down. So we've still got 5 Pokemon to contend with. I'm really hoping I can get like a couple of Quick Claw activation. All right, so in comes the Trevin. I go for the Knockoff and I get the Quick Claw. Yes, +6. Oh man, this is going to be a fairly difficult Pokemon to deal with as well. It's always very tanky, so I'm very, very thankful that went down in one shot. Guys, we've got to get this Marowak. We've got to get this Marowak +6 Marowak. So anyway, so in comes Typhlosion. I've got the Rock Slide and Boomerang. I decided to go for the Boomerang. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get a Quick Claw activation, and I'm going to get absolutely just destroyed by Eruption. And that is my Marowak down. But it got rid of the Trevin, so that's not too bad. And it got rid of the... it took 2 Pokemon out, so that was pretty good. So now swapping in my Druddigon. This is a Choice Spec set. I've run this a couple of times. It's got a very nice surprise factor to it as well. So on this set, we've got Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb. So we've got Stab, Dragon type, Sludge Bomb for fairies, Focus Miss for steel types, and we've also got Heat Wave on it as well. Now, I knew they'd swap into Empoleon, that's why I went for the Focus Blast. That was a good swap because that seriously crippled the Empoleon. It cannot do anything to me, and it's going to go down to a Focus Blast. I didn't really have a lot to hit Empoleon either, so I was glad I actually got rid of that. So that's down. We've got 3 more Pokemon left, so I'm, I've got a handy lead at the moment. So now we've got Typhlosion coming in. So I'm thinking it's definitely Choiced. Whether it's Choice Scarf or Choice Specs is another thing. So now it's going to go for the Extra Sensory. Now this does have a chance of flinching. That was the only thing I was really worried about. However, I do not get flinch and I land Focus Miss, which is really nice. So since it's Choice Specs, it does pretty nice damage, and that's really going to power down them continually using Eruption, right? They may have Flamethrower, that is a possibility too, but it can no longer use Eruption because it's got low health. So now swapping in my Bishop, I know their choice from how they've been playing it, so I know that I'm going to swap it. Now this was a special Bishop, so we got on this set. We got Dark Pulse, Focus Miss, Metal Sound, and Metal Burst. Man, I had some funny moments with this Metal Burst. So this is a Steelium Z Metal Sound. Let me run you through what that does. What it does is give you a +1 in special attack, and it drops the special defense of the opponent. So essentially, you get a +3 if the opponent decides to stay in. So we got a Muck coming here. Now the best move I got against Muck is Dark Pulse. So going for the Dark Pulse, hoping I can get a flinch against this thing. Does pretty good damage. Muck's going to be a special set. It doesn't. I thought after I was thinking, I was like, oh, it doesn't have Fire Blast. I'm quite, quite lucky there. And now I'm going to go for a second Dark Pulse to take out the Muck. So Thunder definitely wouldn't have one-shotted me, that's for sure. But it could have could have paralyzed me. So now we got the Hitmonlee coming in. I don't really have much to swap into this, so I'm just going to let my Bishop die. It's going to take me out with a close combat, so that's fine. Bishop took the Muck out. I was happy with that one. Okay, so it's going to get a defense and special defense drop, which is good. There's only another Typhlosion left, so Typhlosion is not going to be able to swap into anything. So I thought we'll swap in my Druddigon. So now Druddigon's fairly bulky. This one was running max health and max special attack, so I was confident I could probably just live it like super badly, which I did on 7 health. I'm able to get the Dracor Meteor off against the Hitmonlee. It does get another drop in its special defense. Not that it mattered. I was running Choice Specs. That would have been enough to take it out anyway. But yeah, that connects, and that is down. So last Pokemon is the Typhlosion. Now, Typhlosion is obviously going to be outspeed my Druddigon. There's no hope of it living, so I'm just going to keep it in there as fodder and see what move it actually uses. So I've still got 2 Pokemon remaining too. Now we got the Typhlosion going for the Disrespect Eruption, and that's going to take out my Druddigon. So that's down, but I still have 2 of the Pokemon remaining. So on this team, I ran Solgaleo. Now Solgaleo obviously is a very good Pokemon. I had to really nerf it down to the moveset, like a bit more of a harder moveset to pull off. So now we're going to get hit by the Eruption. Man, if this was a max health Typhlosion, I would have got absolutely destroyed. But it isn't, and now I'm going to go for the Gyro Ball, and that's going to be enough to take out the Typhlosion. A little bit of disrespect there, and that one is done. I hope you guys enjoyed this first battle. Let's get on to the second one. Now, this battle was quite interesting too. We got a battle on... I think this one was done on my stream. I'm not too sure. Or on my Discord. I can't actually remember. So we got a Jolteon lead here. This is quite an interesting thing then. So leading things off this time was my Druddigon. I quite like to lead with this thing because it's sort of like a surprise packet. I could usually net an early kill. So now it's going to go for the Toxic, which is interesting. We got the Toxic on Druddigon, which is sort of annoying, but it's fine. I just locked myself in and went for the Dracor Meteor to get some solid damage. Now, Jolteon has nice special defense, so I knew this wouldn't take it out in one shot, but I did think it would do quite heavy damage if it was a sweeping set. So it does big damage there. I'm happy with that. I could go for another Choice Specs Dracor Meteor to actually take this thing out, unless they decide to swap into another Pokemon. In this case, they're going to stay and go for the Mud Slap. I see it's a really scummy accuracy set. It's also got Toxic and Mud Slap. Dracor Meteor connects this time, and that's going to take out the Jolteon. So that was pretty good. I wouldn't have liked to get any more Mud Slaps against me because I probably would have started missing since Dracor Meteor is not 100% accuracy. So that Jolteon is down. Yes, you probably guessed this is a full Jolteon team that I'm versing. Lately, I've been versing a lot of these 6 of the same Pokemon teams. They're actually pretty fun and interesting. It's sort of like a little refresher and said, how I usually use them myself. It's nice to actually come up with them in some battles. So now I'm going to bring in my Bishop, swapping out Druddigon. It's like -4 in special attack. And now we got the Jolteon going for the Light Screen. So Druddigon probably would have done 2 damage after that. So this is my special Bishop, as you guys know. The best I can really do here is go for the Dark Pulse. Now we got the Jolteon coming in. This is the another Jolteon. we got the light screen up, so I'm not going to be able to do too much. I thought, well, I might as well see if I can get rid of that light screen, right? So I went for the Z metal sound, boosting my special attack and dropping the opponent's special defense by 2 stages. So at the moment, I've currently got a +1 in special attack, so not too shabby, right? The only thing about Z metal sound is metal sound's accuracy is very, very shaky. So it's, you know, it's not your greatest Z move there, but it is a lot of fun to use. Anyway, so we got the Jolteon using Thunder Wave. It's going to miss. Not that it mattered too much because I was always going to get, you know, I was always going to get outsped anyway. So now we got the Jolteon go for the Laser Focus. Pretty cool move on Jolteon. So it's going to be guaranteed a crit next turn. I'm going to go for the Metal Sound here, dropping its special defense. Then I thought, well, I could go for a Dark Pulse, but I don't think it's going to take it out right. Let's go for the Metal Burst and see how much this does, because the next hit is a crit. I'm max health and I might be able to just live it. And I do. I live the crit. I get paralyzed. I'm like, oh no, it's not going to work. But I do get the Metal Burst off, and that's going to take out the Jolteon. So that was amazing. I would not have been able to take that out, you know, without the Metal Burst. A Metal Burst is such an interesting move on Bishop. You'd never expect it to, you know, you'd never expect to use it because it's got such high attack, and, you know, there's, yeah, it's got vastly better moves than that. That's really cool that it does learn that. Normally, it's like a signature move on, say, like Bastiodon. That's probably where you'd see it the most. So now we've got Jolteon coming in with the Charge Beam, taking me out. They don't get a special attack boost, but I guess that's the best case scenario that came out of that. So now going into my Marowak, you guys know this is the high risk, high reward Marowak. So now we got the Jolteon going for agility. I was like, what? That's interesting. Wonder why they're doing that for. So they're boosting their speed. Now I'm going to go for the belly drum. So I was like, okay, that's a free belly drum. That's not too bad. I guess I got, you know, half my health remaining. That's really nice. So I got the +6 in attack. Now we got the Jolteon going for the stored power. So I was like, that makes sense now. So they're boosting the power of stored power. I'm going to go for the Boomerang, and it misses. Oh, man, that would have definitely taken it out. Probably would have. I could have got the epic, you know, Quick Claw Marowak sweep there. However, I'm going to go down to a stored power from the Jolteon. So they've got Charge Beam, obviously, to boost the power, to be stab and boost the power of store power, and they also got, I think they had Light Screen as well. So now we got the Jolteon go for a Light Screen, which is going to not only make it bulky as well, which is going to be sort of annoying. Anyway, so it's going to be very much bulky in special defense. I thought, bugger it, let's just go for the Draco Meteor anyway. I'm going to get some damage on it. I don't think it's got much forms of recovery, so it does kind of underwhelming damage, but that's fine to be expected. So the Jolteon has got the leftovers. There's not much I can really do to it. I really need to swap in a physical Pokemon to actually do some good damage to this, or go into one of my other Pokemon that can actually do some, maybe a little bit of stalling damage to it. So now we got the Noivern. I decided to swap this in again. This was my physical Noivern with Hone Claws. Gonna Frisk out aside it. We already know that it's got leftovers. That's not a surprise or anything. So now Jolteon's gonna go for the Charge Beam, trying to boost its power of stored power, and getting obviously boosting its special attack and its nice stab attacking move too. So it's sort of got like 3 things working for it. So pretty interesting set. Now we got there the Jolteon's going for another Charge Beam. It actually misses, so very bad luck there for sure. Dragon Claw hits pretty dang hard, and the next one is going to be able to take out the Jolteon. So Jolteon really needs to take me out here, or it's going to go down. So now Jolteon is going to go for the stored power, since it did get a boost from the Charge Beam before, but it still isn't enough to actually take me out, and I've got a Citrus Berry too. If they did have that Charge Beam before, I definitely would have gone down, so very unlucky there. I definitely would have gone down to that one and would have had to swap something else in to try and take the Jolteon out. Okay, so that Jolteon's down. We've still got 3 more Jolteons left in this battle. Guys, someone count how many times I say Jolteon in this Jolteon battle, right? I think the record was me saying Torterra 29 times in a battle. Someone actually went through and counted that. I was laughing when I read that comment. So anyway, we got Jolteon go for the Charge Beam. It's not going to take me out. The Light Screen does wear off, and I get some damage on the next Jolteon. So another Charge Beam, so it's going to obviously take me out this turn. I've still got 3 Pokemon remaining though, so it's not all bad. So that's down. So we've got Druddigon still left. We've got 2 other Pokemon remaining too. I thought, let's swap in Druddigon again. So it has taken some prior damage. It is poisoned. You know, they probably already get the gist of what sort of set I was using as well, so I thought, let's just use it now. So now it's going for another Charge Beam. It does Monkeys to me. I don't think they have a lot to actually use against me. That's why they use that for. Obviously, with the 6 Pokemon teams, you're going to usually come up with like 6 different sets, right? Anyway, so going for the Draco Meteor, that's going to be enough to take out the Jolteon. So they've got 2 Jolteons remaining, and it wasn't easy to swap into that Draco Meteor either, like Choice Specs Draco Meteor. Even doesn't have the greatest special attack, it's still hitting fairly hard. Now we got the 5th Jolteon coming in this time. I thought I could swap. I decided to stay in and go for the Draco Meteor. So now we got the Jolteon. We got a Z move this time coming from the Jolteon. And this is going to be Groundium Z Dig, I believe. This is definitely a physical set. I believe that's the only ground type move that gets, so it's pretty funny. I was thinking, well, even though it's, you know, it's a fairly high base powered Z move, it's coming from Jolteon's attack and I'm running max attack, so I don't think this is actually going to take me out. And it doesn't. I'm able to live that one and get another Draco meter off. Now, at the moment, it is -2, so it's not going to be hitting hard as the first one, but, you know, it still does some okay damage, so I was happy with that one. It's not like Jolteon could set up much on me. I mean, the only move it could probably use to set up physical would be like, work up. So I live on 1 health. T-shirts available. Good Jolteon. Thank you for poisoning me before so I could plug my own merch. So now we got the Jolteon go for a workup, just as I thought it would. Have that move on it. I've actually done a physical one myself, so I sort of know how that would go. So going for another Draco meter against. Go to do monkeys. It still does pretty good, so I probably need like another 2 to take it out due to all the drops. And now I'm going to go down to the poison. So I've got 2 Pokemon remaining myself as well. Okay, so I haven't actually... we got Guardian here, which is Solgaleo. Now, my other Pokemon didn't get showed much in both these battles, but it does make a good comeback in the bloopers and also mainly in the bonus battle. So make sure you check that out so you can see all my sets in action. So now we got this Solgaleo. This is a Trick Room Gyro Ball Solgaleo. I thought I'd do some disrespect Gyro Balls against this team because it's pretty funny. Okay, so anyway, it's going to go for the Dig. Dig does actually a fairly big amount of damage to me at +1, so... I know that if I don't take this out now, it's gonna go. I definitely have to take it out. Might even take me out with a critical hit. So Jolteon's gonna go down to the Gyro Ball there, and that was beautiful disrespect. Now we've got another Pokemon which is definitely not Jolteon. Now, since the Trick Room is up, I know that I'm going to be able to outspeed it, so I'm going to go for a Gyro Ball. So I want to try or Gyro Ball, whatever the hell you call it. Someone's going to get triggered in the comment section. Anyway, so it'll be about a 2-hit KO, and now it's going to go for the Wish. So when I was saying Wish, I was like, it's probably going to have Protect here, and I'm going to get outstalled here. However, it doesn't have Protect, and that's going to take out the last Jolteon. But man, that was a really cool team. I love versing those teams. They're so fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. Make sure you check out the battle at the end. And this blooper is pretty funny too. Peace.